Good morning, all you beautiful people out there. I have Mr. Nutt with me. We are in our fancy Dixon flannels.
Fancy Halloween
That's
Dixons.
Right. This is Halloween week.
Salem's, right?
Salem's. So, we are down here in Texas visiting with the guys at Longhorn Harley Davidson. And they were kind enough to let us ride some freaking super cool bikes. So, like I said, we're down here in Texas visiting with the guys at Longhorn Harley Davidson. They were kind enough to let us take out a couple of cool bikes. I was able to ride this 2020 Heritage Vivid Black with a 131 Screaming Eagle kit. It was freaking badass, let me just tell you. And Mr. Nutt rode the 2020 Lowrider S. They both have these really awesome Two Brothers exhausts on them, both stainless. This one is a polished stainless steel. It is gorgeous. I know that Mr. Nutt got a ton of footage of it. I've never been a huge, performance is my thing. I've always liked the look. I want to be comfortable. But after riding this 131, oh my God. That thing had such good power. It was really smooth. But when you turn it on, you realize you look down and you're doing...
You were doing miles per hour.
Miles per hour. And you just feel like you're flying, but it's so smooth. The shifting was no thing, your RPMs, it was just really comfortable. I wasn't having to really focus on where I was riding or anything like that. It just, very responsive. Let's go with that. And I totally feel like I am now becoming a performance Harley girl. I am on a 2020 Vivid Black Heritage with a HD Screaming Eagle 131 kit and a gorgeous Two Brothers stainless exhaust. We will do some footage of it when we kind of come back to the dealership so you can see how pretty it is. It's got some Rizomo grips on it, and this thing, it fucking runs. And so we're just gonna kind of have a talk, ride around Dallas a little bit, or the Arlington area. Anybody who knows Dallas Metroplex, it's huge. So I got Mr. Nutt behind me. He is on a fancy Lowrider S. I will let him kind of tell you
this thing has the coolest. I didn't know that Two Brothers Racing made a polished stainless exhaust. These are both Two Brothers pipes. Man, this stainless steel pipe looks gorgeous on this bike. I can't wait to show some B-roll footage on it. That piece that you're riding, that is one of the first Softail 131s that I've seen with Harley's 131 kit in it. So that bike is under full warranty. And
right.
It's a beast.
Oh, it sounds freaking amazing.
They've got some nice touches on it too. They've done the flush mount gas caps on it. But man, I'll tell you what, just looking at those heads, I can see the SE from here. So we're going to get Mrs. Nutt's impression of this bike because she has yet to ride one of these 131s, and I figured she would ride one in a touring bike. But on a Softail, that thing's got to be fun.
Yeah.
How does it feel?
It feels amazing. Just coming out of the parking lot initially, it was I kind of let it go and opened it up a little bit. I mean, just obviously coming out of the parking lot, but no, freaking, it sounds amazing, and it's you can tell it's got some power behind it for sure. We've got one of the guys from the dealership who's kind of giving us a tour just to keep us on track so we can see some things we want to see. So it is a not very warm day, that's for fucking sure. So they asked me, do you want the windshield? And I'm like, heck yes, I want the windshield.
tell me how that beast feels.
Like I could fly off the back of it if I don't hold on well. Let me just tell you, getting up on the freeway and push it over, it's like, okay. All I have to do is hit that throttle and just boom.
Well, you know, one of the things we're considering is moving you back to the Heritage, and that's one of the reasons I was excited to find this bike.
Yes, me too. I'm really excited to be back on a Heritage. We've kind of talked about my next kind of touring if I give my street glide up, just to give me that mobility in the, you know, short work and stuff like that, where, you know, even if I can reach, it's still a 900-pound bike, and I'm still only a, you know, 120-pound person. So I can only still do so much. If it goes over on me, it's over, kind of thing. So I love my Heritage, and I love getting back on this thing. I can reach pretty good, just stock, which amazed me, actually. I was thinking about, we had to lower my Heritage initially to give me the reach I wanted. But actually, I could touch almost flat-footed on this. I don't know.
Really?
I don't know. Kind of strange, but I like it.
Well, you got the narrow primary cover.
Yes, they did the narrow primary cover. It's like in the gloss black, but it's flat. What's it called? The derby cover is kind of a plain, solid black. Like they blacked it out real nice. It's really pretty. So we're gonna go by. We're now here, like not downtown Arlington, but more Arlington. We kind of leave from Grand Prairie, Texas.
The recreation area of Arlington?
Right. So Arlington is where AT&T Stadium is, where the Cowboys play and whatnot. So we're going to go roll by there, and then we're going to go roll by the baseball field, where the Dodgers just won the World Series. Woohoo! Not that we are huge Dodgers fans or anything like that, but, you know, growing up in California, it's a thing.
Yeah, getting used to like the mid-set pegs on this, because the pegs sit up a little high.
They do.
So you keep your legs a little high.
Have you ridden that bike before?
I have. I've ridden it one time.
Like demo days?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I've ridden it a couple times.
But I really dig these moto bars.
Yeah. You like that height?
I'd
like that a
like
lot.
to maybe kick back a little bit.
Right.
I'm thinking maybe, you know, like a cross rider, just kick back a little bit.
Right.
But these bars, they look good. I love the little motocross padding here.
Right.
You know, the bar pad. It's been a long time since I've ridden motocross bikes. Remember what this is called? It's kind of cool, kind of fun. Gives it a nice look.
Yeah. Just attention to detail.
It's got some nice, looks like these are Vans rubber grips. They feel really good in the hand.
Yeah.
Wow, you're sitting on that thing really nice.
I know. I can actually be, if I kind of stand up a little bit, kind of, I can be flat-footed, so.
Awesome.
So much throttle. Love it.
I will tell you, I do love the responsiveness of the front brake on this bike.
Oh, yeah. So that's Arlington backyard. Okay, they were building this when we were here a year ago in the summer. Like, this was all here. And that's where they play. That's the field. So I don't know what it actually is happening there, because that's not, AT&T's actually up here further where the Dallas Cowboys play. So yeah, they were building all this live by Lowe's.
Yeah, this has been under construction for several years now. But man, they're making a hell of a complex out of this.
There's AT&T Stadium.
There we go.
I know, it's much bigger. So if you've never seen this stadium in person, it is like something to behold. It really is. It's amazing. We've been inside and kind of did a little tour, and we went to an RV show of all things, which was interesting. And it's huge. No stalling, Missy. Come on. Thank you. Took a quick stop here in the parking lot of the AT&T Stadium. We're going to run back through here so you guys can get a good view of the ballpark and all the other stuff they've built around here. My goodness.
I switched up bikes with John, who's been kind enough to be our escort. And, you know, again, going to the culture of Longhorn Harley Davidson is he hasn't been a slow escort at all. Sometimes you get the escorts on some of these rides, and
they're a little bit of grandpa.
They're a little bit slow. He has not been that.
No. So here's where the Rangers play on this side. Got big ballpark. There's this Globe Life field. This thing runs beautifully.
Listening to the two of you up there.
What?
Said listening to the two of you up there. Your bikes are louder than this one.
Oh yeah, because he was leading on that. I should put my shield in a little bit so I'm not getting this much wind noise. Yeah, he was leading on that Roadglide, and he's like, all I can hear behind me is your pipe. Yeah, this sucker is loud. They started it up in the dealership to pull it out for us, and oh my god, it just sounds amazing. So yeah, really digging the Heritage. This 131 kit is pretty impressive.
Well, let me ask you a question. As a woman who's been riding for like 2 years, you know, how does that feel? Does it feel like it's too much bike for you?
No. No, I know that I'm like in, you know, performance is what we do, and that's kind of like, I won't say your thing, not my thing as much, but, you know, I just like to get out. I like to be comfortable. I like to look good. I'm kind of a girl that way. But you know what? No, this thing is friggin' amazing, and performance is, you know, it's incredible. We've visited with quite a few dealerships that, you know, that's their main thing, that's their focus, that's their goal, is just making some seriously kick-ass Harley Davidsons and just perform. And you know, based on this last weekend with the, you know, the baggers.
Right, the Battle of the Baggers. The Battle of the Baggers
in Laguna Seca. I mean, that's what it obviously is. That's what's fucking killing it right now. That was a huge deal, getting that off the ground and it being as successful as it was. I mean, an Indian one, but you know, what are you gonna do? That's SNS, I think, more than the Indian. You know, that was super awesome to watch, or really incredible to watch. But it just tells you that is what people are looking at and looking for, and that's what's impressing people is performance. And you know, I think Harley sees that as well. And there's, you know, specific dealerships that are doing it better than others, obviously. I think these guys are doing it. Doing it well.
These guys are doing it a little bit different.
They are.
You know, they try to stay within Harley specs, but they're right, pushing their technicians to do the most that they can with Harley parts and Harley tuners.
Exactly. So, and that's, you know, they don't want to go outside for that outside warranty. They want to be able to just keep the warranty from Harley Davidson, and that's not a bad, you know, that's not a bad business model. It's not at all. If you're still giving people what they want. You know, we were talking to Kevin, who we're going to talk to, the general manager here at Longhorn. We were talking to him earlier, and you know, he was talking about with his salesman is he lets them kind of take a bike and make it as, you know, fans, you know, gives them a budget and lets them put all the cool things on it so that they, you know, love it to sell it, kind of thing. It's a fun thing.
Yeah, I think that's a very unique program that I haven't really heard a general manager do before.
Yeah, no, I mean, because, you know, with other dealerships we've visited with and, you know, whatnot, they don't put anything on the floor that's not just almost stock. Let you think about it. And, you know, I think that you're the professionals in a sense, is I can tell you what I want, but you should tell me how to get it. You know, I should tell you how I ride, and you should be able to tell me what's the, you know, what should I do to it to get
or caution me if I'm wanting and what I'm thinking or not. You know, if you've heard that's not really the right way to go, and you know, that's how you give these guys that kind of experience, and that's how you give your customers a great experience. Is when you got a staff that kind of has some knowledge.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you're the professional. I know what I want. I know how I ride, but you know, you're gonna tell me whether these tires are gonna really work or if I just think they look cool, you know. And that's one of the things that's missing at a couple of dealerships we visited with, is we've talked to people and they let you buy things that don't go with the bike you're riding, and that's just fucking feels shitty when you're done and you've spent the money you've spent.
Yes, it does.
From personal experience, we know it feels shitty.
Well, there's nothing worse than feeling you ripped off after you've
Well, especially
made an
something that,
investment.
like a motorcycle, that is your like pleasure cruise. You know, you don't want to feel that way. So I've got that Lowrider S in front of me.
Yeah, and I'm on the Roadglide.
Roadglide and Zephyr Blue behind me. So we are headed back to the dealership. I won't show you my speed. No, this bike is freaking awesome. I was a little nervous being, having the throttle under me kind of thing, the power it has, and just one that I haven't ridden before, but, it's still smooth, really smooth. I definitely missed the heel toe shifter. That's really jacked with me a little bit.
Well, I think that's an easy fix.
Oh, for sure, because I had it on my other Heritage. It was an easy addition. And I know there's people out there that hate it, and I'm like, what is wrong with you? It makes your boots stay nice. So we are riding today in our fist gloves, our winter gloves, and our FXRG Harley Davidson, our Harley Davidson FXRG jackets. And, I'm not freezing. My hands are a little bit cold because these are not like winter gloves. They're warmer gloves.
Kind of spring and fall, really.
Yeah. So, my hands are a little bit cold, but overall, I'm not terribly freezing or anything, which is kind of nice.
Texas freeways, man.
Yep. You can tell this is not a normal Texas day, though. As far as the freeways, there's definitely a change in being 2020. The roads they're almost always just swamped with traffic. And I mean, there's traffic on the roads, but not like usual. Thanks for coming along. That was a fun run. I want to thank Longhorn Harley Davidson down here in Grand Prairie, Texas again. Come visit them if you are looking for a bike or anything that has to do with Harley Davidson. They will take great care of you, I promise. Remember to like our video, like us on Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube, and of course follow us on Instagram. Remember we have the vented dipstick giveaway. So you can go back and check out those videos, and MrsNutt, I'm sure, will put details in the description. Thanks so much. Peace.